Capital Markets Chief Strategist Catherine Rooney Vera, LPL Financial Chief Market Strategist Ryan Dietrich, and Michael Lee Strategy Founder Michael Lee. Great to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Catherine, on to ARK Investment, the Kathy Wood's firm, Mike. ARK Invest CEO Kathy Wood insisting that the high-risk stocks in the company's ETFs will go higher, but obviously growth has gotten killed. I thought it was a good piece in the Journal this morning about her fund. The fund has declined 27% this month. It lost half of its value over the last year. Mike, what's your reaction to what has gone on in once one of the biggest high flyers out there, Kathy Wood's ARK Invest?
Well, Maria, this is a like classic Wall Street tale that when a sector gets hot, you make the expert in that sector, in that theme, in that trend, as if they are some sort of deity in investing. And so this was Kathy Wood and her ARK ETF coming out of the COVID lows, and it actually peaked almost a year ago. In February, we're down. It's up on the screen. You're at $70, up down from 160. I can't see a lot of multiple expansion in many of the names that she owns. The biggest holding in this ETF is Tesla. Tesla does and has traded at an astronomical multiple. To see that it'd be much multiple expansion in Tesla, I mean that's a big ask. And then Zoom, trading at 38, 40 times earnings. That's way above a market P. It's a fast grower. It's a great company, and it's changed the way we do things. But I can't see that. ARK is starting coming down to earth. At some point, you're going to want to start looking at this because she really does understand the nature of a lot of these new companies, these fast-moving companies. But I would stay away for now. I think you're in for a lot more multiple compression in many of the names that are owned in this.
So you would be selling this, shorting these stocks, or just take this to the sidelines on growth?
Yeah, I would wait for another 15 or 20% to get involved. I mean, I wouldn't want to be short in this sort of market. You have a lot of people that are over levered to the downside, and you could see what's been termed as a rip your face off recovery rally and blow yourself out there. So I'd be hesitant to be short. I think the time to be short was probably January 1st. So maybe you missed that boat. But I would be looking for another 15 to 20% downside, and then start looking to buy on this.
All right, Ryan, you say the. Welcome back. Time for the Hot Topic Buzz. Microsoft founder Bill Gates working as an advisor to the Chinese Communist Party. That is what Government Accountability Institute President Peter Schweitzer told me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures. Watch this.
So our biggest tech firms are actually aiding and abetting Beijing in the artificial intelligence race against the United States. And there are numerous other examples of Bill Gates investing personally in companies that develop military technologies.
Mike, real quick.
Yeah, look, Maria, the goal of getting China involved in the WTO was to ideally open up their economy and export democracy. It seems all that we exported was the prosperity of the American middle class, and we've imported communism and tyranny all over our country.
All right, Mike Morgan, stay right there. The next hour of Mornings with Maria begins right now. Pastor Joe Rogan apologizing after singer Neil Young criticized his conversations about vaccines and the pandemic.
I'm not trying to promote misinformation. I'm not trying to be controversial. I've never tried to do anything with this podcast other than just talk to people. If there's anything that I've done that I could do better is have more experts with differing opinions right after I have the controversial ones.
Spotify says it will now add content advisories to podcasts discussing these kinds of subjects. It comes after artists Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and others pulled their music off of Spotify over Rogan's presence on the platform. Michael Lee and Morgan Ortagus are with us this morning. Michael, do you think this change has more to do with pressure from advertisers than artist backlash? What do you think's going on here?
Well, Neil Young's music rights are owned by a private equity portfolio company. The gentleman that runs that portfolio company is a former Pfizer executive. And this comes on the heels of Dr. Peter McCullough and Dr. Peter Malone on his podcast, disagreeing with the way the government is handling the COVID response. And I just have to say that at no point have the censors ever been on the right side of history. And Joe Rogan, he's just a thought-provoking, a well-read guy into each one of these issues, and he's having people on from MMA to comedians to very thoughtful, smart people that go against the prevailing narrative. And I would say I disagree with Joe Rogan to get, we don't need more of the existing narrative. We need people that challenge the narrative to go on his types of platforms so people can make up their own mind.
Right. I think that was the right thing to say, that he wants to broaden it out and have different